Hey everyone, so for today's SEL lesson, we're going to talk about something called worry. So, worry, it makes us feel a little nervous. It makes us feel sometimes sad. It makes us sometimes shut down, which means it makes us not want to talk and it makes us not want to be happy. So, for this lesson, we're going to read a story about a person called Ruby. So, Ruby starts to worry about some things in her life, and the worry first started out really small, and then it got really, really, really big, and that made her not want to talk, and that made her very sad. So there are some times, like Ruby, where I feel very worried and I feel very sad and don't want to talk. But we're going to find out through the book how she can get over her worry and be happy again. So I want everybody to pay attention to the book so we can find out different ways we can get rid of our worry and be happy again. So let's pay attention to this book. Make sure you guys are listening.
Ruby Finds a Worry by Tom Percival. Creatively read by Miss Jill. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high, and she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. Now, it wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bit bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry it off as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry always was there, stopping her from doing the things she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing that you could ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time, and it filled up half the school bus. And it took up the whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never be happy again. Then one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. And she asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing that you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time that she ever had a worry. I mean, everybody gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for very long. The end.
Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed that book. So, Ruby, when she felt worried, what are some things that she did to get rid of her worry and become happy again? Right, she talked it out. So, it's best if when we're worrying and when we're sad, that we talk it out, okay? We try to talk to our friends, we try to talk to our families, we try to talk to our teachers as well. So if you ever feel sad, it's best if you raise your hand and tell your teacher or go to your family members and friends and tell them why you're sad or why you're worried. That way, your friend, your family members, and your teachers can help you. Okay, so for this assignment, I want you to practice with your family members talking. So it could be something really fun, or it could be something that you are worried about, like your homework, like reading, or maybe your friend, maybe you fought with your friend and you don't know if your friend likes you anymore. It's best if you just talk it out, okay? Talk it out and try not to keep all of your emotions inside. When you keep your emotions inside, when you keep being sad like this, then you're going to be even more sad, right? Remember, the worry started really, really small, but then it got really, really, really big. So the more you keep your worry inside and not talk about it, the more your worry will grow, 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 grow really big. So it's best if you talk talk to your friends, your family, and your teacher so they can help you out. Okay? So your assignment again is to just talk about your emotions with someone you care about. Have fun.